This man's life was a series of unfortunate events. At least that's what it seemed like. His name was Joseph, and his story is found in the Bible. Here's a quick summary of all the things that happened to him. Joseph's brothers, who were supposed to be looking after him, sold him into slavery. Although he was made the personal attendant of Potiphar, that success was cut short, because Potiphar's wife falsely accused him of something he didn't do. And to make matters worse, the chief cupbearer and chief baker, who Joseph had done a favor for, completely forgot about him. It wasn't until 2 years later that they remembered him. That's right. For 2 whole years, Joseph had to live with the guilt of a crime he didn't commit and the shame of being forgotten. But you know what? Despite all these hardships, Joseph never gave up hope. In fact, he interpreted the dreams of the chief cupbearer and the chief baker, even though he didn't know what his own future held. And guess what? His interpretation of their dreams came true. The chief baker was executed and the chief cupbearer was pardoned and got his old position back. And then one day, the Pharaoh had a dream that no one could interpret, not even the wise men that he brought in from other lands. But Joseph was brought in, and he interpreted the Pharaoh's dream, which basically meant that there would be 7 years of plenty followed by 7 years of famine. So the Pharaoh made Joseph the ruler over all the land of Egypt, giving him the responsibility to store grain during the 7 years of plenty, so that there would be enough food for everyone during the famine. And you won't believe this, but Joseph's brothers, who had sold him into slavery all those years ago, they came to Egypt to buy grain during the famine. But they didn't know that their brother Joseph was the one who was in charge of buying and selling grain. When Joseph's brothers arrived in Egypt, they bowed down to him, not knowing that it was their own brother whom they had sold into slavery. Joseph, on the other hand, knew who they were, but he didn't reveal himself. He tested them to see if they had changed and become better people. And once he was sure, he revealed himself to them. He forgave them for what they had done and told them that he was going to take care of them and their families. And that's exactly what he did. Joseph used his position and power to make sure that his whole family was taken care of during the famine. So you see, despite all the bad things that happened to Joseph, like being sold into slavery, falsely accused, and then forgotten, he never lost hope. And in the end, he not only saved himself, but also his whole family. Joseph's story is a reminder that no matter what happens in life, we should never give up hope, because God has a way of turning things around for those who believe in him.